Hey there, picture this. It's a chilly September morning in 1982, Cleveland Airport, 5:30 a.m., and I'm standing at gate 17, holding a first-class ticket for the first time in my life. James Carter, 32, black guy, just landed a big engineering gig at General Motors, feeling like I'm carrying my whole family's dreams on my shoulders. Then I see her, Ellen Harper, young, white, 8 months pregnant, slumped in a corner, tears soaking her face, clutching a coach boarding pass like it's her last lifeline. She's wincing, one hand on her belly, and nobody's looking her way, not the businessmen in their fancy suits, not the older couple pretending she's invisible. Something in me just snaps. My grandma's voice echoes in my head. James, you see someone hurting, you don't look away, you act. So I walk over, heart pounding, and say, Miss, you okay? She looks up, eyes red, scared at first. Yeah, I know that look. A black man approaching a white woman in 82. It's a gamble. But then her face softens, and she whispers, I'm not okay. I can't do coach, not like this, but I can't afford. She trails off, another wave of pain hitting her. I don't think twice. I hand her my first-class ticket. Take it, Ellen. You and that baby need it more than I do. She stares, shaking her head. I can't. Why would you? I just smile, because it's right. Now go. They're boarding. That moment, that one choice, it changed everything, not just for her, but for me, for a whole city, for people I'd never meet. Ellen takes the seat, and I squeeze into 34C, middle seat, next to a guy snoring like a chainsaw and a kid blasting Michael Jackson through his Walkman. But I'm smiling, because up in first class, Ellen's safe, her baby's safe. What I don't know yet is that she's carrying more than a child. She's got secrets, dangerous ones, about her boyfriend, Marcus Green, a black construction foreman killed in a so-called accident 3 months ago. She tells me in a rushed whisper in the plane's galley, her hands shaking. James, Marcus was murdered. He left papers proof they're after me. She mentions a reporter, David Brooks, at the Cleveland plane dealer, and suddenly I'm not just an engineer anymore. I'm in deep. We land in Portland, and I can't shake her words. I call David from a payphone, voice low. I met Ellen Harper on a flight. She says you know about Marcus Green. He cuts me off. Not here. Get to Cleveland, now. My blood runs cold and knows who I am. Says I'm on a list. Young black professionals watched by powerful people who don't like us rising. I'm back in Cleveland by the weekend, meeting David in a diner, his eyes darting like he's expecting trouble. He lays it out. Marcus was documenting bribes, safety violations, a whole network of city officials and contractors rigging the system to keep black workers down. His death was no accident, it was a hit. Ellen's got the evidence, hidden in a storage unit, and they're hunting her to bury it. Find her, James, David says, or Marcus dies for nothing. I drive to Portland, heart in my throat, tracking Ellen to a women's clinic where her sister, Laura Chun, works. I spot Ellen outside, pale, moving slow, and when I call her name, she nearly collapses. You shouldn't be here, she whispers. They're watching. But I'm here now, no turning back. She tells me about the storage unit, Unit 52, Hillsborough, keys in her apartment. Then she gasps, clutching her belly, water breaking 5 weeks early. I get her to the clinic, nurses rushing her in as she grabs my hand. Promise me, James, get those papers. Don't let Marcus' truth die. I promise, and I'm off, racing to the storage unit, heart hammering like I'm in a damn movie. Inside Unit 52, I find a locked box, Marcus' handwriting on every folder, receipts, names, dates, a whole corrupt machine laid bare. But there's one file that stops me cold. Carter, J. General Motors. Surveillance recommended. They're watching me, too. Before I can process it, footsteps do, men, suits, one snarling. Brooks said he'd be here. I slip into the next unit, heart pounding, and light a single page on fire, yelling, Fire! Get out! Smoke buys me time, and I bolt, box under my arm, peeling out as they radio for backup. I lose them in Portland's back streets, but I know they're coming. Back at the clinic, Ellen's stable, her baby girl, Grace, tiny but fighting in the NICU. I hand the box to David in Cleveland, and he's like a kid on Christmas. This is it. James, this blows it all open. Ellen goes public, naming her own father, Thomas Harper, a big-shot contractor tied to the conspiracy. Sunday's paper hits like a bomb. Murder for profit. Cleveland's deadly conspiracy. Thomas is arrested. Cops and councilmen fall like dominoes, and the city's screaming for justice. But me? I lose my GM job too much trouble for their liking. Ellen's in hiding with Grace, and I'm wondering if I just tanked my life for a stranger. Years pass, and Ellen keeps her promise. She finishes med school, becomes DR. Ellen Harper, a pediatric surgeon saving kids nobody else will touch. She builds clinics for the poor, names the first one after Marcus. Grace grows up fierce, brilliant, a neurosurgeon like her mom, carrying her dad's fight in her blood. I start my own safety firm, designing protections for workers like Marcus, and I'm Grace's godfather, watching her grow, teaching her about her dad's courage. Ellen and I, we're family now, not by blood, but by choice, by that moment on a plane when I saw her tears and didn't look away. Fast forward to 2024, Ellen's funeral. Thousands pack a Cleveland church, senators, doctors, patients she saved. I'm up there, voice cracking, telling them. Ellen said kindness is like intrastate compounds. One seat, one choice, and look what it built. Clinics, lives saved, a whole system exposed. Grace hands me a faded boarding pass, flight 219, seat 2, and a letter Ellen wrote before she died. James, it says, you saved me, but I saved you too, by letting you help. Keep giving, keep lifting others, that's how we win. I'm crying now, because she's right. That seat wasn't just a seat, it was a revolution. And here's the thing, American Airlines picks up the story, starts reserving first-class seats for people in need, and suddenly passengers are giving up their own seats, strangers helping strangers. It's messy, imperfect, but it's real. So I'm asking you, what's your first-class seat? What can you give up to lift someone else? Drop a comment. Tell me, have you ever made a choice that changed everything? Or seen someone get crushed for rising too high? Let's talk about it, because this world's still got plenty of conspiracies and plenty of kindness waiting to break them open.